website at lakesideofs.com. Lakeside Oral Surgery, helping make the broadcast of local sports throughout the River Valley possible.
Hey, it's Shane with River Valley Radio, hanging out with my good friend Nathan from Joshua's. Let's talk a little bit about employees that work there in Joshua's Jewelry.
Obviously, there's my dad, Chris, who's the owner. My dad's a jeweler. We have another jeweler that comes in a couple days a week. Me, Nathan. I'm kind of the business guy. We have our custom designer. Her name's Abby. She's also our social media expert. And then we have sort of our organizational management business expert in Rachel. And those are the people that I work with every day.
Joshua's Fine Jewelry. Stop by and see them.
How many times have you had to go without your heating or your air unit when you needed it most? Your family's freezing or sweating and they look to you for relief. You call someone and they say it's going to cost an arm and a leg to fix. Do you really feel like you have a choice? Well, now you do. Call Tony at Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air at 479-964-4004 for a free second opinion from a guy you can trust to take care of you and your family and get that unit running without all the extra charges. Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air.
KCJC, Dartnell, Russellville.
Hey! You guys play the best country of all.
River Country. Come on! KCJC.
Welcome back at the semifinals of the conference tournament. Lot to go over, and we'll talk a little bit about all this at halftime also. But Russellville, because being the number one seed, got a double bye to the semifinals. Again, we usually don't do the conference tournament, but they voted. It was 5-3 to have the conference tournament. Interesting thing, one of the 5 votes that people were kind of confused about, Van Buren voted to have the conference tournament. If we did not have the conference tournament, Van Buren would have made the state tournament. But because we had a conference tournament, Van Buren was upset last night, and now they are no longer in the state tournament, so them voting for it to try to improve their number 3 seed backfired against the Pointers, and they are now out. So the other semifinal is a number 2 seed Bologna against number 6 seed Mountain Home. And Mountain Home is not really a true number 6 seed because they got probably the third best player in the conference, Matt Jones, back 2 weeks ago. And they gave Russellville fits last week, and they defeated Van Buren 64-53. Also defeated Greenbrier 53-26. They're playing against Bologna. For the Cyclones, they're facing Siloam Springs tonight in the semifinals. Siloam Springs got a bye because they were a 4 seed. They defeated Greenwood last night 61-40. Now, Russellville, win or lose, is going to be playing here at home on Thursday. If they win, they're playing for the 1 seed. If they lose tonight, they're playing for the number 3 seed. They'll play the winner or loser of that Bologna Mountain Home game. Russellville only played Siloam Springs 1 time this year. Was scheduled to play them the last regular season game of the season. Cyclones won that game 70-62. Struggled a little bit in that game, but ended up hitting some shots, especially from the outside. Grayson Sims with 6 threes in that game. The Cyclones had 4 players in double figures in that game. Sims led the way with 18 points. Danye May with 16. Savion had 11. Trey Allen with 14. And that's the way you attack Siloam Springs. They're tough to play against because they play a 3-2 zone. Nobody else in the conference plays a 3-2 zone. So they're going to try to pack everything in. They're going to get a bunch of defensive rebounds on us. The offensive rebound is going to be very tough to come by. Russellville, it's hard to drive against a zone. Now, the best way to get up against a zone is hit some outside shots. Sometimes you don't want to settle for that. So I think Russellville, what they're going to have to do tonight is they're going to have to score in transition. If they can steal 6 to 8 points, maybe get hot from the outside where they're not forced to drive, then they can take Siloam Springs out of that zone by extending the floor. You've seen Coach Pennington do it before, and Siloam Springs does not like to get out of that zone. They do it sometimes, but they hate to get out of that 3-2 zone. And again, such a zone you don't see very much, and that's why it's so effective. It's almost like football when you play one team runs the wishbone in your conference, so it's the only time you ever see it. That's what it's like playing against Siloam Springs zone defense. The Cyclones, as we said, the number 1 seed, no matter what happens, they're going to play here on Thursday night. Now, the girls lost earlier today to Bologna, 55-40. A little bit closer than that score appeared. They're going to play on Thursday here at 5 o'clock. Don't know who they're going to play yet. They're going to play the loser of Greenwood, Greenbrier, so most likely Greenbrier. The girls will play Thursday here at 5 o'clock. The boys will play here at 7, and hopefully the boys are playing for the number 1 seed. We're going to take a break as they're about to do the national anthem, and we'll come back with the starting lineups and the tip-off. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball on 102.3.
It's your Russellville Cyclones.
Please rise at this time. Move your caps. Honor our nation for the pledge of our national anthem.
Every innovation is helpful, but the new ITMs at First State Bank can help you achieve your banking needs at the push of a button. Interact with local tellers, cash a check, and more, right from your phone.
Proud of our River Valley roots. And every day, we're providing families with safe, dependable vehicles from Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Toyota. We were founded at a time your handshake was as good as your word. Since then, the vehicles have changed and the people have aged. But we're still the same families we were back then. Come experience why so many families are trusting Phil Wright Autoplex here in Russellville. Or shop us online at philwright.com.
KCJC Dardanelle Russellville.
You guys play the best country of all.
River Country. KCJC.
Lady Cyclones losing earlier this afternoon to Valonia as they lost 55-40. It's closer than that. Lady Cyclones trailed by, they actually started off up 11-2 to start the game. Gracie Campbell hit a couple threes in the first 3 minutes of the game. They were trailing by 5. There was a technical foul called on Russellville, one of the Russellville's players. The lead for Valonia went from 5 to 9 right before half. Since the technical foul, Valonia went on a 22-8 run. Ended up winning the game going away by 15, 55-40. What that means is the Lady Cyclones will play here at 5 o'clock on Thursday, probably against Greenbrier. Greenbrier about to tip off with Greenwood, and Greenwood undefeated in the conference, so it's expected that Greenbrier, who upset Siloam Springs last night, will be coming here, and the winner of the Lady Cyclone, possibly Greenbrier game Thursday at 5 o'clock, will be the number 3 seed going into the state tournament. As for our Russellville Cyclones, they're taking on Siloam Springs. I'll give you the starting lineup for Tim Stewart's Siloam Spring Panthers. Josh Stewart, a 6'3 junior, number 3. A 6'3 sophomore, number 11, Nate Vachon. Number 15, Dalton Newman. He's a 6'2 sophomore. Carter Weinsberg, a 5'10 junior, and number 44, Jackson Ford, 6'6 junior. Jackson Ford can't pose a lot of problems. He's a big, wide body, likes to play up around the high post, mostly passes, and he gets some garbage buckets. The only game against Russellville, he ended up with 12 points. He was one of 3 players in double figures against the Russellville Cyclones in that game. Cyclones, got to love their outfits. They have a long sleeve shirt on. It says Russellville versus everyone. I love that mentality. Russellville going to start off with 6-foot junior guard, number 1, Gagne May, who's averaging 16 points a game. Number 3, Grayson Sims, the 5'10 junior, who has connected on 58 three-pointers this season. I got to look that up. That might be a record. He might be the single-season leader in three-point shots. Savion Brock, a 6'6 senior, getting the start tonight. Caleb Carter, number 20, a 6'1 sophomore guard. And number 21, Trey Allen, a 6-foot senior, averaging 15 points a game. Of course, Trey Allen has been offered a scholarship from Arkansas Tech, and we see Arkansas Tech's boys coach across the way. Of course, his stepson is on the team. He's a 9th grader they brought up after their 9th grade season, so probably a little dual thing here. And Arkansas Tech girls coach is in the building, Coach Dave Wilbers. I want to send a special congratulations to Coach Wilbers. They finally got it right. He's the GAC Coach of the Year, winning conference for the Golden Suns. As we start off, the Cyclones in their home white uniforms with red and black trim, Siloam in maroon and silver. And Savion Brock winning the tip against Ford. Cyclones will come going to our right as we sit opposite the home fans. Grayson Sims gives it up to Trey Allen, and we see the 3-2 zone against Siloam Springs. Siloam Springs is set up. Sims on the right wing. Goes to the high post. They double Trey Allen. Gets it to Carter on his drive. Missed the shot from the baseline. Tipped up no good. With the rebound is Newman for Siloam Springs. He gets it off to Carter Weinsberg. And now at the top of the key to Dalton Newman. Josh Stewart has it knocked away by Danye May. Siloam Springs saved it, and Danye knocked it away again out of bounds on who? They never pointed. Now they're pointing Russellville basketball.
Yeah.
You won't get an argument from Coach Stewart. I think he thought it too. I was just kind of waiting for the official to be a bit more definitive.
Well, I was pointing, and the official never looked my way, but it was a good call.
Ball was knocked away as Caleb Carter was trying to go inside. It was knocked out of bounds, so Russell going to do it again, this time on the side. Inbound it near the top to Danye May. We have no score in the first minute of this game. Floated over the right wing to the high post of Trey Allen. Double team, triple team now. Underhanded flip out. Danye May open for three. This one won't go. With the rebound is Nate Vachon for the Panthers. And Russellville would like to get hot from the outside against this 3-2 zone of Siloam Springs. Stewart looking down low to Ford. Working, gets Savion Brock. Shot, no good. Rebound. Trey Allen jumps into the lane to grab the rebound. He's going to bring it up the floor. Sims catches it behind him, right back to Trey Allen. On the wing to Danye May. Beats his man in the lane. Nice little flip to Savion Brock, and he hits the layup.
That's how you beat the 3-2 zone, is penetrate, then pass off to the open man.
Cyclones lead it 2-0. Weinsberg working against Danye May. Gets in the front court. Gets it over on the right wing. Here's Vachon open for three. Good. Nate Vachon, who hit 2 threes the last time these two teams played, and the Panthers lead it by a point, 3-2. A feed down low to Trey Allen. His layup won't go. On the rebound, we get a blocking foul called. It was before, I guess it was on the shot, because Trey Allen, a little late whistle there, but we'll take it because it's going to put Trey Allen on the free throw line to shoot 2 on his way down. And Trey, 72% from the line.
Got a
this
player
year.
hurt for Siloam. Well, he bent down, but they didn't take him out.
First free throw by Allen is good. Hit the front of the iron, bounced through. Russellville coming in with substitution. Marcus Jackson, 6'6 junior, number 5. He'll check in for Carter, and number 5, Brett Soderquist, a 6'4 senior, in for Siloam Springs. First free throw there by Allen ties the game at 3. Free throw's good. Cyclones lead it 4-3. No press, just man defense in the backcourt. Trey Allen guarding Vachon. Now here comes a trap. He gets a pass in the front court to Weinsberg. Weinsberg working against Danye May. Lost it, got it back on his drive. Little floater. It's going to be swatted right back into his hands. The block shot by Savion Brock. Siloam still with a basketball. Ford without a dribble. He gets it to Vachon. Starts at left side, back to Ford. Spin move in the lane. Little fadeaway off the glass and in. Jackson Ford, who had 12 in their first meeting, has 2 here. And it seems like he always gets the garbage buckets, but there, got the little fadeaway jumper. Panthers lead it by a point. Jackson in the corner. Gets it to Danye at the top of the key. 5:20 left to play first quarter. On his drive, kicks it out. Sims open for 3. This one no good. Rebound Jackson Ford for the Panthers. The best thing we can do is we can get some of those open looks and knock them down from the outside against this zone. Soderquist fakes the handoff, then gives it to Ford. He's looking to give it up. He does to Stewart. Uses Ford as a screen. Dribbles left side. Goes back inside to Ford. Shot blocked from behind. Rebound underneath. Stewart has it for Siloam. Double team without a dribble. Pass in the corner. Here's a three-point try by Vachon. This one rattles around, no good. Rebound underneath. Soderquist, and he dribbles out. And before he dribbled, he took 2 steps. He's called for the travel. Cyclones trailing by a point here with 4:44 left.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious underneath. He was double and triple team. He had to get out of there. Danye May at the top. Again, 3-2 zone
I mention that a lot because it's really tough for any team to face it just because they don't see it very much. Pass to the high post, Trey Allen. Pump fake in the lane. Little left-handed shot is good for Trey Allen. He's got 4, and Russell takes the lead back at 6-5. 4:15 left in the first quarter. Ball knocked away from behind. Can Russellville grab it? No, they can't. Soderquist has it out on the right wing. Gets it to Ford just inside the arc. And he's looking to give it up. He does to Vashon. Around the free throw line. Takes it right side of the lane. Ball knocked out of bounds by Trey Allen. Good hands by Trey. I think he thought that he had beaten Trey, and Trey kind of let him go by to try to swat it away from behind and maybe get the steal. Marcus Jackson going to check out for Russellville. Back in for him will be Caleb Carter. Faking the three at the top is Vashon. Had it knocked away, and Trey Allen trying to get the steal. We get a foul called on Vashon, who is shielding Trey Allen to save him from getting that steal. Not a bad foul by Vashon, because if he doesn't do that, Trey Allen's got a wide open look to the basket. He's going to take it all the way. That's the second foul called on Siloam Springs, the first one on Nate Vashon. May at the top of the key. Russellville leading at 6-5. 3:48 left to play first quarter. Pass a low post, and Allen in the lane, and he's being swarmed. Lost the handle on it, and still there's a scramble for it underneath, and whistle, and a jump ball will be called. It'll belong to Siloam Springs. Coach Stewart is wanting a foul called on Trey Allen, but when there's a loose ball and you're just going for it, you're not. I mean, it's got to be pretty obvious before you can get a foul called. You're just not going to get that call. But he's working the official there. In the front court for the Panthers is Weinsberg. Gives it up Vashon. He was open, and he faked the three. I don't know why he faked it there. That's about as open look as he's going to get. Ford gets it off now to Weinsberg on the left wing. Coming off a screen at the top is Vashon. Trying to work against Danye May. 18-footer. He misses that one. Rebound. Lost by Russellville out of bounds. It stays with Siloam Springs.
Yeah, somebody slapped it and went off of Trey Allen's foot. No way to get the ball, but good hustle by the Cyclones going after that defensive rebound.
You know, Rick Pitino said that's the dumbest shot in America is when your feet are on the three-point line and you shoot it. Either step back or get closer. No, I didn't say that. It was Coach Pitino.
Good quote, though.
Yeah, but it makes sense. And he had, he was straddling the three-point line when he shot it. Soderquist, he'll miss the 18-footer. No, he gets the bounce, and it rolls around and in.
That's what you call a shooter's bounce.
Yeah. Soderquist gets the bucket, and Siloam Springs takes back the lead. It's been a seesaw battle. They lead at 7-6. Trey Allen with it on the right wing. And shakes off Vashon, swings it around. Now the high post, Savion Brock feeds it to, tried to go to Danye May. It was intercepted by Vashon. 2.5 to go here in the first quarter. On the right wing is Weinsberg for the Panthers. Now in the corner to Soderquist. Russellville a man-to-man defense. Soderquist had it knocked away from behind, but we got a foul called on Danye May. This will be the first foul called on the Cyclones.
I laughed because the argument of the Siloam coach paid off with that official.
They'll inbound it right at the end here of the bench next to us. Now they go down low to Ford. It goes underneath, shot, reverse layup is good. Good job by Jackson Ford. I don't know how he got that to go in and around Savion Brock. 9-6, Siloam Springs' largest lead of the game. Danye May takes it inside, lost it, and we got a rebound, or a steal, we would call it a rebound or a steal by Siloam Springs. So Vashon in the front court leaves it for Josh Stewart. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. The Panthers lead at 9-6. Ford has it just inside the arch. Russell just begging him to shoot that shot, but he's not going to, at least not right now. Right side, Stewart has it. Picked up by Trey Allen. Faking three is Vashon on the right wing. They'll go down low to Ford along the baseline. Couple dribbles, lost the handle on it. Danye May has it for Russellville in transition. He's coming down the middle lane. Little left-handed pass to Carter, and he's fouled on his way to the basket. He's going to go shoot two. And that's going to be on Breck Soderquist. That's their third team foul, his first. And Caleb shooting 2 free throws here.
They blocked Caleb's shot, but they got him with the body pretty good. Now the Siloam coach is talking to the other.
Yeah, he didn't. I don't think he's talking to the official that made that call. I don't think he thought that was foul. I thought he thought it was a clean block. First free throw is good by Caleb. Marcus Jackson back in the game. This time he's going to replace Savion Brock. Second free throw by Carter's no good. Rebound, Siloam Springs. Ford had it, lost it. We get a foul. A reach-in foul called on Grayson Sims. That's his first. Minute 25 left to play here in the first quarter. Panthers leading the Cyclones 9-7. Semi-final game here of the conference tournament. Cyclones having to win back the number 1 seed they thought they'd won in conference play. Ford with it at the top. He hands it off. Here's a three-point try from the top of the key is good by Carter Weinsberg. And Siloam with a 5-point lead, 12-7. Final minute of the first quarter. Grayson Sims, after taking the pass from Trey Allen. Trey will post up down low along the left block. Will swing it around in the right corner. Sims in the corner. Gets around the double team with a bounce pass at the top to Danye May. 48 seconds to shoot. Carter on his drive. Feeds along baseline Allen. Allen hanging in the air and gets the shot from the baseline. Trey Allen with 6. The Cyclones cut the lead to 3. 38 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. With the basketball is Stewart in the front court. Going down the middle of the lane. Layup, no good. Tipped up by Ford, no good. Rebound hits the floor, and now we're going to get a foul called as they knock Grayson Sims to the deck. Not on purpose, but Soderquist ran over him, and he's picked up his second foul. And I said going for loose balls. Usually don't see that. You do see it there when they run over a guy, and that's what happened. And Grayson Sims, one of the few fouls he's drawn where he's not trying to take the charge. Cyclones trailing by 3 here. Can play for one shot. 19 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 12-9 our score. Danye May with it. Dribbling out. Way out up top, and Siloam Springs content to let him do so. 8 seconds to shoot. Uses a screen. Gets it left wing. Grayson Sims takes the pass. Long three. No good. Ford with the rebound with 2 seconds. 1 second. They'll launch one from beyond half court. Barely grazes the iron. We've come to the end of the first quarter with our score. Siloam Springs 12. The Cyclones 9. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball on 102.3.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service. We're more than just tires. Consistent, responsive, honest and fair. What makes us different? We're the ones who care. Trust our experience to know what you need. Professional and fast, see what we mean. Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, we're more than just tires.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, 2304 East Main, Russellville.
A solid roof for your business is key to keeping your employees, products, and valuables dry and clean. If you're experiencing roof leaks that are resulting in damaged equipment, stained ceilings, and walls, then don't let Mother Nature get the best of your business. The folks at E&F Roofing offer free commercial roof inspections, but their experience is priceless for your business, not to lose productivity and extend the life of your roof. So contact E&F Roofing today for a free commercial inspection at 479-272-4069.
Taking care of families.
Starts with the right roof.
Welcome back. The Cyclones trailing by 3 as we start the second quarter. Russellville with the basketball. 12-9 our score. Trey Allen taking it baseline underneath, and he stepped on the end line. Just kind of edged him out of bounds there. And Russellville turning the ball over, applying a little bit of pressure in the backcourt. We saw him try a trap a couple times. See the trap may be coming here. Weinsberg with it. And he'll split the double team. A bounce pass is errant, knocked away by Carter, picked up by Danye May. Behind the back pass, Grayson Sims for the layup. Holy cow, what a pass from Danye May to Sims. Behind the back to the left side of the lane, and Grayson there to clean it up, and now we got a timeout from Coach Stewart. He is upset with his team. Cyclones have cut it to 1. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball on 102.3.
Taking care of families. That's what the folks at C&D Drugstore have been doing in historic downtown Russellville for more than 6 decades when it comes to all your pharmaceutical needs. When it comes to compounding special medicines, R.D. Walker and his staff are there to serve you. And most importantly, if you need delivery, if you need curbside pickup, you need C&D Drugstore on the corner of B and Commerce in downtown Russellville, a 60-year tradition.
Welcome back. The Cyclones trailing it 12-11 after the steal. Caleb Carter is the one that knocked it away and ended up in a layup. Grayson Sims after a brilliant pass from Danye May.
Well, there's no way to describe that. That's just pure talent.
Yeah, he never even gave a look on the behind-the-back pass from May. Russell trapping in the front court. Cross-court pass caught by Vashon. Wide open underneath is Ford. He got the pass and put it in. He's got 6. Back to a 3-point lead. And here, ball knocked away from Danye May in the front court. Siloam Springs has it. And Danye trying to get the steal back. He knocked it away, but Vashon there to pick it up. Save possession for the Panthers. Here's Stewart in the lane. Double team. Throws it out, gets out of the lane. Weinsberg has it. Way out up top. 14-11 our score. Cyclones trailing. Siloam giving Russell fits as they did the first time these two teams met. Vashon gets it on the wing. Now posting up down low is Ford on the right block. Started one way, goes back to the baseline, misses the shot there from point-blank range. Danye May with a defensive rebound for the Cyclones. There's Grayson Sims in the corner to Trey Allen. Back to Grayson at the top. They left him open, lets it fly. Three-pointer's no good. High rebound. Siloam Springs had it. Allen knocked it away. It picks up Carter Weinsberg. Picked it up as it was rolling on the floor. He'll bring it up the floor. No, he's going to give it over to Stewart. Pass ahead on the right wing to nobody. Closest person to that was Finley Golden over there. He could have caught it and shot the three.
He was throwing it to Newman. Newman thought there was somebody behind him.
And
there wasn't.
It just went closer to the Russellville student section there, Cyclone Alley. Cyclones still trailing by 3. Sims, bump, no call, but he'll get swinging around into the corner here. Trey Allen, jump stop in the lane, kisses one off the glass and in. Trey Allen feeling it a little bit. He's got 8 points. The Cyclones within a point. There's Weinsberg. Bounce pass in the front court to Stewart. He's double teamed. Bounce pass down low, handled by Ford. Ford did a nice job there, and he throws it, and it's thrown away. Picked up by Danye May. No, it's out of bounds. It'll belong to Russellville. Danye was trying to get it before it went out of bounds because he was going to have a breakaway layup. Just not quick enough there. Just missed it by a hair. I mean, we got the ball, but I think Coach Pennington's thinking what we were thinking. It was going to be a layup to take the lead. Under 5.5 to go here in the first half. Cyclones trailing 14-13. Sims with it at the top. Right side to Caleb Carter. Working the high post is Danye May. They're going to lob it down low to Savon Brock. Catches, passes right back to Trey. Tide going up. It'll belong to Siloam Springs. That was quick. I wasn't sure that was long enough for a jump ball. But that's not bad for Russellville because it was going to be Siloam basketball anyway, so it uses one of their jump ball situations. Newman double teamed in the backcourt. Floats a pass over on the right side to Stewart. He's double teamed and gets along the right wing to Weinsberg. I'll never understand why kids dribble right across the half-court line and stop dribbling and get trapped. In the corner, faking the three as Vashon steps to the side. Three-pointer from there is good. Vashon knocking down his second 3 of the game. He's got 6. It's a 4-point lead for the Panthers. Trey Allen, and they fouled him, I think, the second time they got it there. He drew contact. They didn't call it the second time they had to there. That is on Nate Vashon, his second. The 15 foul in Siloam Springs. They're letting it play a little bit, but on something like that, you got to call it.
Yeah, when you knock them off balance.
Pass in the corner to Sims. Dribbled into the lane and then threw it back out to Carter. Right side to Allen. In a 3-2 zone, they extend those two sides on the wings, really bothering Russellville a little bit. Here's a drive by Danye May. His pass is picked off by the Panthers. Siloam leading it by 4, 17-13. Everything going right now for Siloam. Ford at the top. He gets it right side, coming off the screen is Stewart. Launches the 3, no good. Savion Brock with the rebound, blocking out Ford nicely. Danye May in transition, taking it away, sidesteps his man, lost it going up. Foul called on Siloam, and Russell will go into the free throw line here. That'll be on Dalton Newman, his second, and the team's 6. Danye shooting 2 here, has not scored in the game. He's a 68% free throw shooter. His first one's in. 17-14. And Cameron Frazier, number 23 for Russellville, 6'3" freshman. First time he's been in a varsity game this year because he was leading the junior high team to a co-championship. He got moved up and been sitting the bench for a couple games, and he's in the game. Marcus Jackson also in for the Cyclones. In the front court is Josh Stewart, and is it a charge taken? A block foul called on Grayson Sims. Sims was trying to take that charge. It'll be a foul on Grayson, his second. A third-team foul on the Cyclones. So Panthers with a 2-point lead here, 17-15, and they'll inbound it right next to us here.
Oh, that looked close.
3:47 left to play here in the first half. Inbound to the backcourt to Carter Weinsberg. Weinsberg in the front court gets it to Nick Gray, the 6'1" senior. Left side to Solderquist. Bounce pass down low. Shot partially blocked by Marcus Jackson. He's going to get whistled for the foul. Sims was trying to take a charge underneath. Didn't get that call. And Marcus is first. Going to the free throw line will be Stewart. Has not scored in this game. He'll be shooting 2. Lefty's first free throw is good. Savion Brock will check in for Russell, replacing Cam Frazier. Second free throw is also good. He hit them both. It's back to a 4-point lead for Siloam Springs. Sims at the top of the key. Gets it on the right side to Trey Allen, backing his way in, but he's behind the three-point line. Now he drives it left side, shot off the mark, rebound. Allen almost took it away from Solderquist, but Siloam comes up with it. This is Nate Vachon. 19-15 our score. The Panthers leading the Cyclones. Faking the three is Stewart. Underhanded flip to Weinsberg, and they'll slow it up. Under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Russell just not getting in transition as much as they would like. Waiting for that steal. Maybe kind of get it going a little bit. Vachon with it on the left side. And gets it to Stewart at the top of the key, guarded by Danye May. Left side catching it is Vachon. Trying to get away from Marcus Jackson, fighting through a screen. Double team without a dribble. He gets it up top to Solderquist. Take it right side, stops just inside the free throw line. Pass off to Gray. A little scoop shot, no good. And get the rebound is Jackson. Pass ahead to Grayson Sims. 2 quick passes leading the layup. Beautifully moving the basketball because the ball never hit the floor. And after Sims' layup, Stewart wants to take a timeout for Siloam Springs. We'll take a quick break. Russellville within 2. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball on 102.3.
The right roof starts with the right roofer. Your home is your largest investment, and when it's time for a roof repair or replacement, look no further than Miller Roofing Company. Miller Roofing has been in business over 30 years and sports a 9-time Best of the Best in the River Valley. They earn this reputation through stability and quality of service. Don't take my word for it. Go visit Lori and Wendell's expansive showroom at 318 South Arkansas in Russellville, or by giving them a call at 890-3499. Miller Roofing Company will help you love where you live.
2:16 left to play here in the first half. Cyclones trailing it 19-17. Russellville's last lead was 6-5 early in the first quarter. Siloam, they play everybody tough. Remember, they swept Bologna. Bologna's the number 2 seed in this tournament on the season. They play everybody tough. Lost some games probably they shouldn't have. Solderquist gets through a double team. Drug his pivot foot. Yeah, that should have been a call for a walk.
Bad.
Weinsberg has the basketball, dribbles to the top of the key. On the right side now to Solderquist once again. Trying to get around Trey Allen. Takes it baseline, cut off there. Pass a little too low for Stewart to catch and shoot. He's surveying. Step back three-pointer in this one. A little flat on the shot. Missed the shot. And Savion Brock with the rebound. Trey Allen in transition. Taking it down the middle of the lane. Pass underneath to Jackson, but they're going to get Trey Allen on the foul, on the charge, as he dumped the pass down low. Have a whistle after the play. It's the first foul on Trey Allen, and the 14th foul on Siloam Springs. Jackson Ford going to check in for the Panthers, and he replaces number 1 Nick Gray, the 6'1 senior. 1:40 left to play here in the first half. Cyclones trailing by 2. That would have tied the basketball game. As Jackson hit that layup. In the front court, Stolderquist stops his dribble, double team. Needs some help without a dribble. Feeds it up top to Weinsberg. He might have had an open look from about 10 feet, but he was so concerned about turning around, getting it backwards. And fighting through a screen is Nate Vachon, set by Trey Allen. Trey Allen taking the charge there. And that's number 3 on Vachon. Trey Allen did a good job of just stopping there. Coach Stewart is upset, but that was it wasn't down low when there's a bunch of people. That was out on the wing, and everybody saw it.
Oh, yeah, he had to call that one.
Cyclones can tie the game with a bucket here. Trailing by 2. Danye May faking the step back 3. Drives. The ball was kicked. Goes straight to Grayson Sims on the right wing. And he dribbles into Vachon. And Vachon just picked up his 4th personal foul. Really surprised that Coach Stewart, I know he's working the officials there, but he did not, I don't know if he didn't realize that Vachon had 3. And now he's picked up another one. And that one, though, Grayson Sims took one to the kisser there. It was he got hit on the side of the face, and you got to call that. And he's going to the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1. Free throw is good by Grayson Sims. Has 5 points, all coming here in the second quarter. Coming into the game, 84% from the free throw line. 1:03 left to play here in the first half. Low scoring first half for Russellville East. Second free throw is good. Nothing but net there. And Grayson Sims, with those 2 made free throws, has tied the game at 19. Solderquist in the front court to Trey Horton, the 6'2 senior who checked in for the first time. Ford underneath, throws in the corner. 3-point try by Solderquist. Misses everything on the air ball. The rebound caught by Jackson. 48 seconds left to play first half. Russellville pushing it up the floor. Danye May in transition. A charge. No block taken. Good. I didn't see it, and I assume it's going to be a charge there, but it's going to be a foul, as a blocking foul on Solderquist, who did not get over there in time to block off Danye May. And Danye picking up a 1-and-1 opportunity here. Caleb Carter will check in right now for Sims with 43.5 seconds left to play in the first half. Free throw by May is good. He's now 2 of 3 from the line, and he gives the Cyclones their first lead since early in the first quarter. 20-19, our score here. Foul's really not that lopsided, just 9-5. Second free throw is good. And Russellville leads by 2. The Panthers going to walk up the floor. Russellville backs off on their trap. They'll pick them up at half court. Stewart fakes the handoff, taking it all the way. Layup is good. Shot the left-handed layup from the right side. He ties the game. Russellville in transition once again. Danye May dribbles all the way in the corner with 25 seconds to shoot. Bounce pass over to Trey Allen. He'll launch the 3. He knocks down the 3. 11 points for Trey Allen. Russellville leads at 24-21. 16 seconds left to play here in the first half.
Man, Stewart, that came at a good time.
Stewart crosses the timeline with 9 seconds to shoot. Dribbling on the right wing, gets it to Ford. Ford at the top of the key. Russell just leaving him alone to get to Stewart. Stewart has the ball knocked away, picked up by Ford. 15-footer on the buzzer is good. Jackson Ford leading them with 8 points. He knocks down that 2-pointer, and we've come to the end of the first half. It's a 1-point ball game. The Cyclones lead at 24-23. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball on 102.3.
Hey guys, this is Carl Kirtley with Centennial Bank. Now more than ever, Centennial Bank is proud to cheer all the student athletes in the River Valley. Centennial Bank believes the teachers, administrators, and staff of our local schools help make our communities great, and we applaud their persistence, preparation, and hard work during these difficult times. Centennial Bank invites you to be a part of this great tradition and show your support this season. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, and commercial glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you could always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
Cozy Furniture on East Parkway across from Comfort Inn and Suites loves and supports the Russellville Cyclones. Come in and see Joey and Dee, your local expert Tempur-Pedic dealers, and get the mattress of your dreams delivered to you free of charge. Check out Cozy Furniture on Facebook and Instagram or shop online at koziihome.com today. Come visit the knowledgeable staff at Cozy Furniture, where the River Valley shops for Tempur-Pedic. Go Cyclones.
This is Dr. Christy Bartlett at St. Mary's Regional Medical Center. Our world has changed a lot in a short time, but your health and safety remain our #1 priority. We have the supplies needed and processes in place to keep you safe. We've implemented visitor restrictions and we are reducing physical contact as much as possible. Patients and employees are required to wear masks for your protection and theirs, and your care team is screened daily. So don't wait to get the care you need. St. Mary's is here for you today and always.
Welcome back. The Cyclones leading at halftime 24-23. Before we get into that first half, I want to say this. They're going to honor the girls and boys swim team. They both won state championship. It's a second straight year for the boys to win. The girls runner-up last year, and they won it this year. So congratulations to Coach Gary Knudsen, Coach Jazz Johnson, Coach Boundy Belenko, and the swim teams of the girls and boys Cyclone as they won state championship. Both of them won state championships this year. Congratulations to them. They're going to be honored at halftime here shortly. Cyclones lead it here at the half by a point. Tough first half. Your thoughts?
Well, Cyclones done a good job going against this 3-2 defense. They're making penetration, and that's what you've got to do on the inside. Siloam started off hot. They hit their first threes. They were 3 of 3. Then all of a sudden they cooled off. They are 3 of 6. They missed their last 3. Russellville's 1 of 5, but we haven't really needed that right now. Where Russellville's really stood out, not only on the penetration, but also on free throws. We've shot 10 and made 9. That's what you've got to have to win a game like this. I think Russellville's quickness and speed is paying off, and this pressure defense coming down the court, full court, is hampering Siloam Springs.
In that first half, the Cyclones were led by Trey Allen with 11 points, 6 points for Grayson Sims, 3 points for Danye May, 2 points for Savion Brock, and 1 point for Caleb Carter. Jackson Ford led the way for Siloam with 8 points, 6 points for Nate Vachon, 4 points for Josh Stewart, 3 points for Carter Weinsberg, and 2 points for Breck Solderquist. We're at halftime. The Cyclones lead at 24-23. We'll come back and talk to you about the girls' action today here in 60 seconds, if that's okay, Stephen, our engineer Stephen Berry. A 6-day break here. We'll come back and talk about that. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball on 102.3.
Beltner's Athletes Corner clearance sale is now in progress. Save up to half off footwear from Nike, Asics, Brooks, New Balance, Keen, and Chaco. Save half off or more on apparel from the North Face, Columbia, Patagonia, Mountain Khaki, Kavoo, Under Armour, Nike, and many more. Beltner's Athletes Corner, 2320 West Main Street in Russellville. Open 9:30 to 6 Monday through Saturday. All sales during this special savings event are final.
Hey, it's Drew Mitchell for Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery. Lakeside is really proud this year to be sponsoring our local sports all throughout the River Valley. They're committed to the area. It's just another way they show that. When you're in the market for dentures, wisdom teeth, or whatever the case may be, remember Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery, and check out their website at lakesideofs.com. Lakeside Oral Surgery, helping make the broadcast of local sports throughout the River Valley possible.
Welcome back. The Cyclones leading at halftime 24-23, and we're joined by Coach Ryan Court. The Lady Cyclones winning last night. They lose tonight to Valonia. 55-40, I believe, was the final score. We got to watch it. Wouldn't get there. It was a 5. We jumped out, I think, 11-2, and it was a 5-point game at one point. And then the technical foul happened, which was not on camera. We were wondering what in the world did Burt do to get a technical foul, and that changed the complexion of the game because it went 22-8 after that.
Yeah. We started off on fire. Gracie and Jaden just was lighting them up, so to speak. And Coach Simon called timeout, and we kind of let up a little bit, and they got hot. They're a good team. I mean, they're a really good team. They're 8 seniors, 5 seniors started. And throughout the course of the game, you could see they're a little bit more mentally tough than us. They pass the ball better than us. It's a great game to show the kids and say, hey, this is where we need to get to. The technical foul. 2 kids at half court get tangled up. The Bologna kid actually ran towards Brenna and grabbed her arm, and then Brenna got her off of her. And the guy calls a technical, which, I mean, there's
the ball wasn't even in bounds at the time.
No, it was just so petty. And, and they hit the 3 there before half to go up 9, and it's just, they withstand those things. Greenwood and Bologna withstand those things, and we're just not there yet, age-wise, experience-wise, toughness-wise. And but back-to-back nights is hard on this group, because it's just a young team and handling, being fatigued and stuff like that. We shot the ball miserably, and they did. They hit 8 threes, and they're a good team.
The good news is you're still in the state playoffs, and you get to host the game for the 3 seed. And even though the game's not over yet, Greenbrier leading or falling behind Greenwood. Greenwood's up by 25 right before half, and I think it's at halftime right now. So it's going to be Greenbrier, a team that upset Siloam Springs, and you get them here, and they've beaten them twice this year.
Yeah, they're a young, scrappy team. Got a good post player. She's an athletic sophomore, jumps well. She has fits with Talia. Talia gives everybody fits on the defensive side. Going into the state tournament as a 3 seed is a good spot. I mean, if you win your first one, the second round game, you're going to have to play somebody at some point. And it looks like if we can win Thursday, not to be presumptuous, just try and take one game at a time. First round in state, we'll get matched up with the 2 in the South. After Lake Hamilton, we feel like there's a drop off in those teams. I know that Lakeside's sitting second. They've moved some freshmen up. They're pretty good, but I think Greenbrier beat them earlier in the year, maybe 20 points, I think. You can't really compare, and that really doesn't mean anything at this point, but you still like your chances. And then I think second round it's going to be Batesville or Little Rock Christian, a team. Jacksonville played Little Rock Christian twice with, 10, 12-point game. We beat Jacksonville 15, and it's all about matchups this year. This time of year, Mickey. I mean, kids got to hit shots. You got to have some breaks. You got to have a little luck, I'm really proud of the kids. They're coming together. I wish there was another month, So.
Well, you get a day off after back-to-back days. So what's your schedule look like tomorrow?
We're going to shoot. We're going to shoot the basketball and go over what at this time of year. Teams can't do too much too different, And Greenbrier played last week, played a 1-1-3 like we've been playing. It looked like he had watched our film and played Bologna 1-1-3, and I watched 3/4 of the game versus Siloam Springs. They played a 2-3, and they just have trouble with our size, and we have trouble with their speed. So it's just going to come down to, can we play big girl ball and make them, have to box us out, and can we contain them and not let them just drive around us? And that was a problem tonight. Bologna's point guard, she's a fantastic player, definitely an all-state player in my opinion, easily. And she just dribbled right through our press the first half. In the second half, we only allowed 22 points, but problem was we gave up 33 in the first half. So.
And you got a 5 o'clock tip tomorrow, Thursday.
Yep, that's right. Yep, 5 o'clock tip, and our boys will be at home. We know this. Let's hopefully they'll get going. I told Kyle, we got lucky and got a game in versus Jacksonville, and I think it would have helped knock some rust off for them. But I look second half. I've been watching it on my phone, and I think they'll get going. And Siloam Springs is a good team. That 3-2 can bother some people and slow you down. So
Well, good luck Thursday night. We'll see you there.
Thank you, Mickey. I appreciate it.
That's the Coach Ryan Court. Lady Cyclones going to take on, looks like Greenbrier at 5 o'clock on Thursday. Of course, we'll be here on Cyclone Booth, our YouTube channel, and also on the air 102.3 as the winner gets the 3 seed, the loser that gets the 4 seed for the state tournament. Getting ready to start the second half. The Cyclones lead at 24-23. They just blew the buzzer for the second half, and Russellville is just coming out of the locker room right now, so having some things to talk about, Coach Pennington and his Russellville Cyclones. Again, Russellville led by Trey Allen with 11 points in that first half. Very physical Siloam Springs is, and it hasn't been called all that tight. They only had 8 fouls called on Siloam, but they were against key players. 4 of the 8 fouls committed by Siloam were called on Nate Vachon, and the fourth one might have been a little just tired because he just picked up his third one, and Grayson Sims it wasn't dirty shot or anything, fit one to the side of the jaw, and that was a tough fourth foul on Vachon. Good call, but just couldn't get him out of there in time, and so we wonder if Vachon, how long they can hold him out of the game before they put him in, because he is starting the second half on the bench with 4 fouls. And I say that because he's their second leading scorer tonight with a couple threes, 6 points. Russellville starts the second half with the basketball. Trey Allen on his drive, threw it down low. It hit the chest of Nick Gray of Siloam Springs, and the Panthers get the turnover, and they can take the lead with a bucket here. It's that 3-2 defense. I sound like a broken record. Really hard to play against, especially when you don't see it, but against one team, because they extend out on your shooting guards on the wing, and sometimes you get open looks. Just tough to. Interior passing to Ford. Little spin move is good. Jackson Ford now in double figures with 10 points. Always gets unassuming double figures, it seems like. He's got 10 points, and the Panthers took a 1-point lead.
Well, when he gets a ball underneath, he's very difficult to stop. He's a good-sized young man.
Yeah, he's 6'6", junior, and just gets those garbage baskets. Cross-court pass, three-pointer missed by Sims. On the extension, was knocked to the floor, no foul call. Russellville with the offensive rebound, though. Pass in the corner, Danye May for 3. That one's no good. Sims trying to save it, but he can't. It'll belong to the Panthers. Russellville 2 open looks there, just couldn't knock down the 3. You just feel like Russellville just needs one 3, maybe 3 and a layup to get going. Russellville only knocked down 1 3 in that first half. Here's Stewart catching at the top, feeds it on the right side. Three-pointer is good for Siloam Springs. That's Brett Solderquist. He's got 5 points, and now the Panthers a 4-point lead. Their largest lead has been 5, and remember, Russellville can only get the 1 seed if they win this game and win Thursday night. They got to win tonight first. Here's a missed shot by Allen, tipped around a couple times. Gray has it for the Panthers. In the backcourt, Trey Allen trying to save the ball in bounds after he knocked it away, but can't. It'll belong to the Panthers in the backcourt. I like that basketball, when he couldn't save it in bounds, hit a cheerleader, and he checked to make sure he was okay. It's Mr. Gentleman there, Trey Allen. The Panthers in the front court. This is Weinsberg working against Danye May. Can't knock the ball away from behind. He hands it off to Stewart. Russell makes the switch, and now May guarding Stewart. Soderquist on the right wing to Nick Gray. Looking down low for Ford. They get it to him on the right block. In the lane, lost it going up. He just lost. I think he was trying to pass it in the corner to Soderquist. It was last touched by Russellville, though. I think that Russellville touched it after Ford lost it. I don't think we knocked it from his hands.
No, it looked like it slipped out of his hands.
He gets the inbounds pass, hands it off to Stewart. Three-pointer short. It draws iron, tipped, and Nick Gray has it for Siloam. Early going third quarter here. Russellville trails by 4. On the left wing is Stewart. This pass flipped to Ford, who handed it off to Gray and sets a screen for Gray. Bounce pass down low, nobody. Pick and roll, and it just wasn't there, and he tried to force it in there to Ford, and it goes out of bounds.
That was a hard bounce pass.
Yeah, but I don't think there was enough opening there. The Cyclones trailing by 4 with the basketball. Caleb Carter gives it up to Grayson Sims. Take the pass in the corner. Danya May jump stop in the lane. Double clutch on the shot. Knocks the ball down. And do we get a foul called? Yeah, we do with the N1. I thought I heard the whistle, and it's so loud in these, with these headphones on. I wasn't sure, but everybody did stop. And Danye going for the N1. That's his first field goal of the game.
That's 4 on
Soderquist? Yeah.
Soderquist.
He's come off the bench and given them 5 points. Free throw no good, but put up and in there by Trey Allen. The offensive putback by Allen has tied the game at 28. How about that for a 4-point offensive play there? And whistle on the foul in the backcourt. Trey Allen's picked up his second. And another whistle. Okay, substitution. I thought, was it a timeout? No, it's a substitution. Trey Horton coming in for Siloam Springs. They put 21 up, but they put it in the fouls. They got 21 fouls called on Russellville. So they got the wrong. Troy's got to fix that. I don't know if he notices. Somebody needs to tell him, because otherwise they're going to be in the double bonus. Here's Ford. Hands it off now to Stewart. On the right side, Weinsberg. At the top, they get it to Ford. Step back at the top of the key. Russell just inviting him to shoot it, but he won't. Pass deflected, but picked up by Stewart. On the right side, taking it down baseline is Stewart, and a charge taken. Two officials blew the whistle. They both had the same call. This is on Josh Stewart, his first.
21 fouls.
Oh, we're trying to fix it there. I had your mic turned up. Sorry about that.
Sorry,
but yeah.
no, I just let.
Yeah. Well, he meant to put
know.
on number 21. He put 21 fouls up, so now we got it fixed. 28-28. Here's a drive by Trey Allen, and almost tied up. He's able somehow to go up with it and kiss it off. I don't know how to describe that play. He was trying to fight them off from tying up the basketball, and somehow one-handed threw it up. Got the basket. He's got 15, and Russell takes the lead, 30-28.
Beautiful shot off the backboard.
Russell scoring the last 6 points here after falling behind by 4. There's Stewart working the official over there. You can tell that official had just about enough. So we'll see if something happens there. Coming off the screen, Weinsberg open three-pointer, rattles in, out, and Ford underneath trying to get the rebound. Lost it out of bounds. Last touch by Caleb Carter. Carter was just trying to get out of the way. It bounced off his head and out of bounds. He was wrong place, wrong time. Underneath, Trey Horton, the trigger man for Siloam Springs. Gets it underneath. Shot rejected by Stewart, but Savion Bronk also going to pick up his first personal foul there. 3:36 left to play here in the third quarter. And it'll be 2 shots for Josh Stewart, who's perfect from the free throw line. Just 2 of 2, though. 4 points for Stewart. First free throw is good. Thursday night, 5 o'clock game for the Lady Cyclones, probably taking on Greenbrier. Russell will play at 7. The boys here just don't know who against and for what seed. But we do know the boys will have a home game here, 7 o'clock, after the girls on Thursday. If I said Friday, I meant to say Thursday. Second free throw was good. We're all tied at 30, and whistle foul in the corner there as Grayson Sims was fouled by Nick Gray. Yeah, the girls will play at 5 o'clock. The boys will play at 7. I can't remember the last time we had a conference tournament in our conference. It's been a while. Caleb Carter at the top of the key for Russellville. 30-30 our score. 3:20 left. Spin move in the lane. Pass to out, deflected and goes out of bounds. And last touch by Russellville. 3:17 left to play third quarter. We're all knotted up. Russell going to apply a little bit of pressure on the inbounds pass, but more like a box and one as Grayson Sims is guarding Josh Stewart, who does not have the basketball, but he's facing Stewart. Weinsberg has the ball tipped away, and jumping high to get it is Danye May in transition, 3-on-3. Nice pass underneath. Trey Allen lays it over the iron for the layup. 17 points for Trey. And Russellville leads it by 2. Under 3 minutes to play in the third. On the right side is Stewart. Drives in the lane, lost it, and the foul called on Russellville. And Stewart's very lucky that there's a foul called there on Russellville because he was kind of out of control, and I think he lost on his own. But it's the second foul called on who?
Danye May.
Danye? All right. And the inbounds pass shot is blocked by Savion Brock. 4 shot block. Danye May lobs it up for Savion. Alley-oop won't go, but he's fouled. Until Savion was wanting to throw that down, but he kind of caught a little bit behind him and tried to lay it over the iron and hit the back of the iron, but he was fouled on that. He's going to the free throw line. Not a bad foul by Siloam Springs because that prevented a layup. First free throw by Savion is good. And did they post that on Nick Gray?
Yes, they did.
It's still number one. I didn't know if that was Danye May or not. But
no, number 2 on Nick Gray.
Free throw there was good, giving it 33-30 lead for the Cyclones. Second free throw by Savion. This one no good. Danye May chases down the rebound. Scoop shot on his drive, missed it. Ford the rebound, lost it, and there's a scramble for it. Ford comes away with it. He's on the floor, and a jump ball will be called. And he was doing a good job of trying to keep that left foot on the floor so he wouldn't be called for the walk. The jump ball gives Siloam Springs the ball because the alternating possession goes over to them. And stoppage of play as they're bringing out a towel because they want Ford and at least one other player. I didn't see who it was on the deck, and so they're wiping up the perspiration off the floor. 2:34 left to play here in the third. Cyclones lead it by 3. It's been a tough game. Back and forth. Played more at Siloam's speed. Russell has not been able to run and gun like they like to, and they've also been pretty cold from outside. Only 1 3 made, and that was by Trey Allen near the end of the first half.
1 of 5, and we've shot 2 here in the second half. Have not made one yet.
Yeah, Russell not forcing it, but just tough to get shots to go down right now. But Trey Allen has done a lot of the dirty work with 17 points. And with 2.5 to go here in the third. Now we're back to action. Weinsberg will bring it down for the Panthers, guarded by May. He'll take it right side, out at the top. It's a pass over to Gray on the left wing. Feeds it down low to Ford. His shot over Savion Brock. Missed it. Rebound was tipped by May. Trey Allen comes up with it in transition. Looking to his right. He's going to take it in from the left side. His shot off the glass and in. Okay, Trey Allen's feeling it right now. They can't stop him. He's slicing his way in the lane. Got that one to go, and Russell leads by 5, 35-30. As Weinsberg has his pocket picked, it's a breakaway for Danye May. Easy layup for Danye. He's got 7. 37-30. Cyclones' largest lead of the game. 1:45 left. I thought Coach Stewart was saying timeout. He's saying Tiger. Play there for the Panthers. At the top is Weinsberg, guarded by May. And May has tried to let him feel like he's getting beat and then knock it away. He doesn't there, but it's out of bounds. I mean, if you can picture this, if you listen on the radio, he's kind of letting the guy get on his hip and then reaching around the other side, knocking the ball free. Bounce pass down low, but it never got to Jackson Ford. It's intercepted by Trey Allen. Trey in transition, down the middle of the floor, stops, feeds it to Savion. He has the ball knocked away going up for the dunk, and the Panthers have it. Savion was going up for the two-handed jam. Had it stolen away. He went up and grabbed the rim on his way up. Weinsberg, bounce pass along the baseline to Horton on his drive, looking for Hill. Kicks it out to Weinsberg, back down to Horton on the right block. Spin move in the lane, shot blocked by Savion. Savion with the block. Grayson Sims in transition. He's pushed from behind, and a foul called, and that's a late whistle, but it's a right whistle. Jackson to Ford pushed him from behind. They could have gotten an intentional foul there because he was not going for the basketball. He pushed Grayson Sims with both hands from behind. It was just frustration, and Coach Pennington's wanting to say, how come that wasn't a intentional foul? But I tell you, the officials that were there didn't call it. It was the official that behind that saw the play, and like I said, late whistle, but it was the right call. And that on Jackson Ford. Russellville with it on the left wing after the foul called. 35 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Cyclones lead it by 7. Trey Allen for 3, no. Rebound saved by Grayson Sims, and he throws it all the way out to the top to Savion Brock. How about that? Grayson's showing his athleticism here. As he saved it in bounds, Cyclones get another shot at it. 18 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Cyclones lead it by 7. Savion on the right wing at the top of the key to Trey Allen. 9 seconds to shoot. May on the left wing. Siloam makes the switch. Danye in the corner to Jackson with 3 seconds to shoot. To Trey Allen. Allen on his drive. Little 10-footer on the buzzer. Counted. Count the basket. The Cyclones lead at 39-30. We'll take a break after 3 quarters of play. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball on 102.3.
Hey, it's Shane with River Valley Radio, hanging out with my good friend Nathan from Joshua's. Let's talk a little bit about employees that work there in Joshua's Jewelry.
Obviously, there's my dad, Chris, who's the owner. My dad's a jeweler. We have another jeweler that comes in a couple days a week. Me, Nathan. I'm kind of the business guy. We have our custom designer. Her name's Abby. She's also our social media expert. And then we have sort of our organizational management business expert in Rachel. And those are the people that I work with every day.
Joshua's Fine Jewelry. Stop by and see them.
How many times have you had to go without your heating or your air unit when you needed it most? Your family's freezing or sweating and they look to you for relief. You call someone and they say it's going to cost an arm and a leg to fix. Do you really feel like you have a choice? Well, now you do. Call Tony at Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air at 479-964-4004 for a free second opinion from a guy you can trust to take care of you and your family and get that unit running without all the extra charges. Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air.
KCJC, Darknell, Russellville.
You guys play the best country of all.
River Country. KCJC.
Welcome back as we start the final quarter of play. Russellville leading at 39-30, their largest lead of the ball game, really opening up there in that late third quarter. And Danye May, how about that shot? I'm sorry, Trey Allen, that shot. And it didn't look like we were going to get shot off, and somehow just stopped from 10 feet away after grabbing the basketball. He has 21 points after that make, and Russellville leads it by 9. And this is something that Coach Pennington said that they might do. If they get up by 10 or 12, they're up by 9 here, they're going to spread the floor and make them come out of that zone. They want to be guarded one-on-one. Russell's not running clock here. They're not trying to milk the clock. They're trying to make Siloam Springs come out of the zone, and so far it's working. Russellville wants them to guard the Cyclones one-on-one. Siloam does not want to guard the Cyclones one-on-one. Trey Allen with a bounce pass on left side to Grayson Sims. Back to Trey. Russellville leading at 39-30. Early going final quarter of play here in the semifinals of the 5A West Conference Tournament. The winner of this game will play Thursday night for the championship. The loser will play for the 3 seed on Thursday. The winner-loser of Valonia Mountain Home, and that game just tipped off a minute ago. Danye May, double team. Gets it back to Grayson Sims. Russell's milked 60 seconds off the clock here. Trey Allen, left elbow. Feed it into Jackson in the corner. Wide open look. Marcus Jackson's 3 won't go. For the rebound. Trying to find an outlet. He does there to Weinsberg. Weinsberg in transition will stop at the left elbow. Needs some help as he's inside the lane. Underhanded flip there to Nate Vachon, who has 4 fouls. Did not play in the third quarter because he picked up that 4th foul in the second quarter. Ford has it at the top of the key. Back to Vachon coming off the screen. They set a screen another for him. Gets it along the right side. He'll get the pass off to Gray, and Gray is fouled by Marcus Jackson. And that'll be his second. The 14th foul in the Cyclones. And now number 5, Breck Solderquist, who also has 4 fouls, will check in, replacing Nick Gray. .6:25 left to go in the basketball game. Cyclones lead at 39-30. Both these teams go into the state tournament. They're playing for seeding now. In the regular season, Siloam was a 3. Russellville was the 1. Here's a drive by Stewart. Nice drive. Hit the layup. Came in from that left side, and he's got 8 points. That stops the Cyclones' run that they had going. They had a 9-0 run to close the third quarter. They lead at 39-32. Coach Stewart was wanting to foul on that, and the official took his whistle out of his mouth to holler back at him. I know they're trying not to call technical in the semifinal. Of course, that's what we think, but then we saw that in the girls' game watching the Lady Cyclones against Valonia. Here's Trey Allen. Tried to feed it underneath, and it was intercepted by Stewart, and then we got a foul called on the Cyclones. It'll be on Savion Brock, his second. That's the 15th foul on Russellville. 5:38 left to play in the game. Russellville's lead is 7. Weinsberg crossing the top. Hands it off to Vachon. Vachon passes it over on the right side. Finds the hands of Stewart back at the top. This is to Solderquist. Had the ball knocked away, trying to fight, get it back. A whistle foul called on who?
Oh.
And it's going to be on Trey Allen. Allen took a tumble and landed on Solderquist. They came in there, and he just lost his footing there. after that. It wasn't anything dirty on that. Trey Allen just picked up his third personal.
That's a bad call there. They were both going after the ball.
5:18 left to play here in the ball game. Cyclones leading at 39-32. We've lulled back down in the pace that the Panthers want to play. Half-court offense, half-court defense. Ford at the top of the key. Gets it left side to Stewart. Stewart will use the screen, takes it left side of the lane. Shot up high off the glass, no good. Drew some contact on his jump. And if this is on Savion, it'll be his third. It is going to be on Savion Brock, who's picked up 2 fouls here in the fourth quarter. And that's the 17th foul, but it was a shooting foul anyway for Stewart, who has 8 points, and he's been a perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line. .4:59 left to play here in the basketball game. Stewart's free throw is no good. Hoping to jinx him a little bit there. Missed that one.
Well, the Siloam coach is really working these referees quite a bit.
He's taking turns and working Tommy Kraft there. Second free throw is good. Stewart hits 1 of 2. It's a 6-point lead for the Cyclones, 39-33. Gagne May. The front court will hand it off to Grayson Sims. We'll see if Russell spreads the floor here. Not yet. Siloam sinking back in the 3-2 zone. On the right side is Trey Allen. Dribbles to the elbow. Double teams. He picks up his dribble. Throws in the corner to Grayson Sims. Had to get around a double team. His bounce pass hit the deck twice. Here in the corner, his Jackson, his three-pointer won't go. Rebound controlled by the Panthers and Nate Vachon. Pass along the baseline here on the block to Ford. Ford goes straight up over Savion. Savion can't jump. He doesn't want to pick up his 4th foul. And Jackson Ford has 12 with that bucket. And Siloam edging back into this with 5-0 run here. And it's a 4-point lead for the Cyclones. Russell had all the momentum at the end of the quarter. It's been all Siloam here in the fourth quarter now. And we have a traveling violation called on Trey Allen. He was in the lane, lost his footing. He thought he got bumped, and he went over to the official, and he said, follow my own. I can see it. And he said, follow my own, and the official gives him an explanation, and Coach Pennington's going to take a timeout. We'll take a quick break. Russell leads at 39-35 with 3:58 left to go in the game. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball on 102.3.
How can I help you?
Can you turn on the porch light? I can't see anything.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Ow! Not every innovation is helpful, but the new ITMs at First State Bank can help you achieve your banking needs at the push of a button. Interact with local tellers, cash a check, and more, right from your car. Plus, ITMs are open weekdays from 7 to 7. To learn more about First State Bank's new innovative services, go to fsbitm.com.
The Lady Cyclones going to play here on Thursday at 5 o'clock. They'll play for the 3 seed. They'll be taking on Greenbrier, who's the 5th seed in the girls' tournament. Then at 7 o'clock, we'll have senior boys action. No matter what happens tonight, Russellville boys going to play at 7 o'clock here at the arena. Just don't know if they're playing for the 1 seed or the 3 seed. They've got to win this game to play for the 1 seed. Win or lose, they'll play the winner-loser of Valonia and Mountain Home. That game tipped off at 7 o'clock. And early first quarter, Valonia leading Mountain Home 12-8. We will not know who we play by the time we're signing off here, but if you listen to our broadcast tomorrow morning or check our Facebook page, we'll have that info for you. After the timeout from Coach Pennington, that's his first timeout of the game, and Cyclones lead at 39-35. Siloam Springs with the basketball. They've gutted out the last 5 points to cut into the Cyclone lead. Bounce pass to the right elbow. Josh Stewart, his shot rolls off the iron, tipped up by Ford, is in. Russell, just tough to have an answer for that big kid. He's got 14 points tonight.
Well, he's like a tight end on the football team.
39-37, Cyclones with the lead, but it's a 7-0 run here by the Panthers. Trey Allen, dribble to the top. Siloam still in the zone. Left side to May, back to Trey. 3:13 left. Danye May with it, dribbling near the top of the key to Sims. Here's May on the right wing. He'll take it baseline underneath, and he stepped out of bounds. Siloam can tie the basketball game with a bucket here, take the lead with a 3. Jackson will check out for the Cyclones. In for him will be Caleb Carter. Weinsberg with the basketball for Siloam Springs. Bring it up the floor, guarded by Danye May in the front court. Gets it to Ford, just inside the three-point line. Backdoor cut, Stewart, and he's fouled on his way to the basket. He's going to shoot 2 here. He has 9 points, and it's his 4th trip to the free throw line. He is 5 of 6 from there, and he can tie the game if he hits both of them here. Free throw is good. He's got 10. Just think about this. We were tied 30-30. Russellville closed the third quarter on a 9-0 run, led 39-30. Since we started the fourth quarter, it's been an 8-0 run. Within a point, they missed the free throw there. Savion Brock with the rebound. May in the front court. He gives it to Carter. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in the game. Cyclones clinging to a 1-point lead, 39-38. May to the left elbow, pass in the corner to Grayson Sims. Shakes his man along the baseline, floats it out to the top of the key. May fakes the pass, he'll launch the 3. This one no good. Allen trying to get the rebound, he can't. Ford has it, and here's the Stewart, brings it up the floor for Siloam Springs. The Panthers can take the lead here with a bucket. 2:06 left to go. Feed along the baseline to Stewart. Stewart move in the lane to Ford at the free throw line. Hands it off to Stewart, who's now at the top of the key. Left side of the lane. Shot from 10 feet. This one rolls in. He's got 12, and now Siloam Springs takes the lead. 40-39. A minute 44 left. Pass tipped and out of bounds. Cyclones, if we wouldn't be playing the conference tournament, they would have been a number 1 seed. They're going to have to come back here if they want a chance to be a 1 seed by winning this tournament. May at the top. Pass along the wing. Allen will take it baseline. Floats it out. Carter, top of the key. 3-pointer. Good! Big time for the 3. Caleb Carter, his first bucket of the game. And he gives the Cyclones a 2-point lead. Minute 24 left to play in the basketball game. The Cyclones take a timeout. We'll take a quick break. 42-40 our score. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball on 102.3.
Maybe you're moving some dirt around the house. Got jobs to do. Well, maybe you don't have what you need. River Valley Tractor has it, and they have great prices and great people. They treat people like you would expect to treat family. Kubota has you covered. Construction equipment, farm equipment, zero-turn mowers. Go by today and see the family at River Valley Tractor, 702 Weir Road in Russellville. Call them today at 968-3795. That's 968-3795.
Well, the perfect time for Caleb Carter to knock down the 3.
It came at a good time.
Yeah, they left him open, too. He knocked it down from the top of the key and gives the Cyclones a 42-40 lead. Coach Pennington calling a timeout there. He has 3 left, as does Siloam Springs.
I think Coach Pennington wanted us to go back to our game plan, quickness and speed, and that's what happened. Carter was open. They fed him the ball, and he made it.
Minute 24 left to go. Russellville leading 42-40. Siloam Springs, just 5 fouls called on them, so they'll have to foul Russellville 2 more times before they put the Cyclones on the line. Any foul on Russellville will be a 1-and-1 for Siloam. Cyclones have committed 8 fouls. Weinsberg in the front court, gets it on the right wing to Stewart. Little backhanded flip to Weinsberg, takes it, the block. Almost lost his footing, that could have been a walk. Bounce pass on the baseline, Stewart hits the baseline jumper there. He's got 14. 8 of those in the fourth quarter alone, and we're all tied at 42. And with 54 seconds left, we're all tied at 54, and Coach Pennington calling for the spread. I like this here because you're ensuring that you're going to get the last shot, or get at least the shot you want. Siloam Springs extending their defense out a little bit, but not enough to warrant the 5-second count. And now Vachon's come out to guard Danye May. Vachon better be careful. He's got 4 fouls. Gagne, a little bit of contact, trying to draw that 5th foul on Vachon. Still with the dribble, 25 seconds left. Gagne still with the dribble, 18 seconds. Feet on the half-court circle. 14 seconds to shoot. Vachon out to challenge. The dribble to the top of the key, out to Grayson Sims with 10 seconds. 8 seconds now. Trey Allen, double team. Grayson Sims, top of the key, 3.
Point is good! Grayson Sims knocks down the 3 with 1.7 left.
Grayson Sims deadly from out there. Sims now 59 threes on the season. We have a timeout called by Siloam Springs. There's 1.7 left, and they're checking the clock to see if they can put some more time on the clock.
I think they agreed to 1.9.
All right, it was 1.7. Sims, they've kind of forgot about Trey Allen. Dribbled inside. Fully presence. He didn't have to rush anything with 8 seconds left. Drew the double team. That left Sims open. And he wasn't right next to the three-point line. He was from closer to the 23, 24 feet. And Sims has 9 points. You know, they've done such a good job on Grayson Sims tonight. Remember, he lit up Siloam Springs for 6 threes in their first meeting. Had 18 points, and they kind of forgot about him there, and he knocks down his first 3 of the game.
If Siloam goes for a 3, we cannot foul. Make them earn it.
It's 45-42. The Cyclones with the lead. Yeah, you just get in their way, no fouls. And that's what Coach Pennington's telling his team, no foul. They've got to go. They're putting 2.9. So, 2.9 seconds left instead of 1.7. So I wondered why just 0.2. Why would they do that? Russell's going to get in the backcourt just because they want them to they can't roll the ball to half court. And we'll see if Coach Pennington may be calling a timeout. And he does. Coach Pennington's smart play here. He just called timeout after Siloam got on the floor. Now he's just got to look at their offense. And so Coach Pennington has forced Siloam to either do one of 2 things. They either go with their second best play, because obviously they're going the first play there, or they're going to go with their first play, but Coach Pennington now knows, and he's diagramming defense. Smart play. And he took a 60-second timeout, so he got time to think about it.
Well, it's smart timeout by Coach Pennington, and you don't want them to roll the ball up to half court. So, they were prepared.
They had 2 players in the back court and 2 players in the front court.
Yeah.
And, like I said, I'm sure they had their best play drawn up. Coach Pennington looked at it, and you could tell he walked out on the floor, and he was waiting. He wanted to see where everybody was set, and then he said timeout. So now he's either going to defend against that or he's going to force Siloam to come out with something different. The only problem, as we said, it's going to be Siloam's second best play. They got to go the length of the floor in 2.9 seconds. Russell leads it by 3. Yeah, he can't. Yeah.
He can't.
Remind everybody involved in this game to stay off the floor. Exit from the top.
And, sorry, we're going to tell what just happened. Marcus Jackson just came and tried to check in. But if you check in during a timeout, you have to do it at the beginning. And so the official came over and said, no, he can't. Now, the only way you can do that is if you call a timeout here. And Coach Pennington may be doing that. And that's what he's going to do. Coach Pennington's going to call another timeout. He did not get Marcus Jackson to the scorer's table, and now he's doing it here. If you sub in a player during a timeout, he has to sub in right at the timeout. Well, Marcus Jackson had subbed in with about 45 seconds into the timeout. So Coach Pennington told the official, that's okay, I'm going to call another timeout so he can get in the game. And what he's wanting is Marcus Jackson, he wants him to be on the basketball. And Marcus Jackson, long reach, 6'6" junior. And he's telling him, do not cross that line. You should be as big as you can. I'm going to read his lips. He says, be big. And so now, after the double timeout by Coach Pennington, Cyclones come out with their defense, and we'll see if Siloam they were set up the same way. We'll see if they want to set up again. 45-42, Russellville leading. Siloam Springs has to go 94 feet if they want to tie this game, and they have to hit a 3. 2.9 seconds left.
If they go in for a layup, do not
No, they
foul.
won't go in the foul. They won't go in for a layup. They'll go shoot the 3. They're down 3. They can run the floor, and Stewart does. He launches it in the front court. Stolen away by Trey Allen. Trey Allen caught the basketball, and he took off. He traveled. There's 1 second left. There's 1 second left. He intercepted the basketball, and he thought the time was going to run out. So now Siloam Springs is going to get the ball at half court with 1 second left. And Coach Stewart has called a timeout for Siloam Springs. Trey Allen intercepted the basketball in the front court. He came down with 2 feet, but he took off running, and they're going to put another half second on the clock. So instead of 1, it's going to be 1.5. And now Siloam Springs is going to get it inbound at half court. And now you do have more of a play drawn up for a 3-point shot here. With 1.5 seconds left, they're going to inbound it, and they have to shoot the 3. Russell's just got to get in their way. No foul, don't give them a 4-point play. That's a good point that Tom Scott said, would you foul? I think I would. I think I might foul before the ball gets inbounds. Why not? You're going to make them shoot a 1-and-1. 1.5 seconds left. I mean, I think I would. Now, whatever Coach Pennington decides is the right thing to do, but that's a school of thought. You might foul, put them on the free throw line, and that would force them to try to hit one, then try to miss the second one intentionally. But I don't know. 1.5 is a long time. Now they're going to say it's 1.7, so they're putting 1.7. I thought you said put 0.5 back on. So as Russellville still has one more timeout left, do they call a timeout here to see? Russellville thought they had it. They intercepted the inbounds pass, but then called for the travel. And you can't be upset with Trey Allen. He was excited. He was taking off running. And he thought the time would elapse. Savion Brock on the ball. Stewart, the trigger man. He's going to get it inbound right back to Stewart. Launches the 3, left side. Air ball on the shot. The Cyclones win it. 45-42. Stewart got the ball inbounds. They got it right back to him. Catched it, shot it from the left wing. Missed the 3 on the air ball. Had a good open look.
Yeah, it was a good play. No foul on that, so that's what you wanted to avoid.
The Cyclones win it. Boy, what a close game. And Siloam Springs, valiant effort. They're going to get the loser of Valonia and Mountain Home. Russell's going to get the winner of Valonia and Mountain Home. And we may be getting Coach Pennington coming over here, so we're going to pause here, Stephen, and Stephen Berry, our engineer. I want to get to Coach Pennington before we go to a break. And the students, they're mobbing the players. That's always a good sight to see here. The Cyclones win it 45-42. Coach, there's so many questions I want to ask. That's an unbelievable win.
Sure.
And you guys had to gut that out. I mean, even when you got up 9, it wasn't over. Yeah. They cut it to 1, ended up taking a lead. And I guess first thing I want to ask you is, I overheard you say we need Caleb Carter to start hitting some shots, and he hit a big 3 for you to give you the lead, first one.
Yeah.
Before Grayson Sims.
And, when Trey Allen made the right play, sometimes the right play for Trey is to go score the basketball, and sometimes just to trust his teammates. He trusts his teammates there late twice. Caleb Carter hit a big 3, and then Grayson Sims hit a big 3. Just 2 unbelievable plays there by Trey. He'll learn from this down here. On that play there, our whole deal is foul before they can get a shot up. When you're up 3 under 5 seconds, you foul and send them to the free throw line. They can't beat you that way. No half-court heave. Obviously, we made that mistake. That's on me at the end of the day. We'll get better at that. But we won this dang basketball game, high-level basketball game, state tournament-level basketball game, up 9 to start the third quarter. Had a chance to either, keep running with them or slow it down on them. We thought we'd slow down. We had some success, in the last game doing that. We didn't make great decisions there, but we're going to learn from that. That's the whole point of this, is to learn and continue to get better. And so, man, I what a crowd, man. What a crowd during COVID. What an unbelievable job by our student section over here. We needed it tonight. We needed every point tonight, obviously. And, a big boy basketball game, and we got the W.
I want to ask you also about Grayson Sims' 3. He was quiet from behind the arc, but it's almost like they forgot about him for that brief second. He stepped up and hit a big shot for you.
Huge shot. And, I think here's the thing. We have guys that can make shots. Grayson Sims hit 1 3-ball tonight, and he still had 9 points. Danye May, what is that, 7?
7, yes.
He's got 7 points, but you got Trey Allen down here with 21. He's making unbelievable plays. Caleb Carter with that 3-ball that was huge. Savion Brock early in the game doing some things. And Marcus Jackson affected this game. He didn't score the basketball, but he affected this game with his length and defense. Very proud of how hard he's played defensively. We're going to every game you want to celebrate. But right now, I learned this from an old coach, Scott Bowen at Harbor when I was assistant. It's winning time now. And during winning time, it just, hey, let's go get our legs back tomorrow, and let's go win on Thursday.
One more quick question. When this happened, they had this conference tournament. I texted you, said sorry about that because you're going to have to win the 1 seed, and you said that's just more motivation. I mean, immediately you never thought about the bad thing and the tough draw.
Yeah.
You guys took this on.
Sure. I mean, at the end of the day, what can I do about it, Nikki? So, the thing is we're going to use this motivation. I think you see our new warm-up tops there that say Russellville versus everyone, and that's how we feel, and we're going to play with a chip on our shoulder. And so we'll see who wins that other game. I know it started at 7, so we'll see who wins that other game tonight. And they'll come in here to Cyclone Arena to an even bigger crowd than this. And, just excited that we could finish it off.
Well, congratulations, and we'll see you Thursday night at the championship game.
You bet. Thank you.
That's Coach Kyle Pennington. The Cyclones win it 45-42. We're going to take a break, Stephen, and then we come back. We'll have the totals for you. You're listening to Cyclone Basketball on 102.3.
For over 70 years, Old South Restaurant at
We're on a break on radio side. I'll give you this so that we can stop the stream. The Cyclones were led by Trey Allen with 21 points, 9 points for Grayson Sims, 7 for Danye May, 4 for Caleb Carter, and 3 for Savion Brock. For Siloam Springs, they were led by Josh Stewart with 14 and also 14 for Jackson Ford. We'll be here 5 o'clock for the girls' game as they'll take on Greenbrier. The boys we don't know yet, but we know where they're going to play at 7 o'clock. Thanks for joining us on Cyclone Booth.